And another thing that I think is so important to really just keep in mind to keep your thoughts positive and really focus in a way you want to be is a gratitude journal. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Amaka Answers. And this channel is all about all things careers, personal branding, motivation, inspiration, anything to really help us live our best lives, okay? And today's video is all about mindset. But before I get into that, make sure that you like, you comment, you subscribe, you do all that good stuff. You know, share it with like-minded people who really just want to, you know, elevate their minds and elevate themselves and go to the next level. Share it with them so that we can really just build some sort of tribe and community of like-minded people. So mindset, why am I talking about that today? Well, as we are all in lockdown, I've had a lot of time to think, and I've actually been thinking a lot about what I'm thinking about. You know, there's been so much that's been going on, guys. As you all know, so much has been happening, and there are times where I'm like, you know, flick on the news and then I see what's happening in the world and I'm like, hey, how am I gonna make certain things happen in my life? Like, I just don't know. Or there's times where you're scrolling or you're talking with certain friends and just the topic of conversation is just not really conducive if you want to, you know, keep moving forward and making moves and just making things happen in your life. So today I was really thinking, am I really thinking about what I'm thinking about? Because sometimes based on what people feed you, you start kind of living that out, and that thing isn't really your reality, but because of what people said, you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's true. Oh, this is happening to that person, so it might happen to me. Oh, because this is happening in the economy, oh, I can't lift my business off the ground. That's far from it. And I think mindset is everything, because once you know in your mind where you want to be, what you want to do, where you want to go, and the timelines, I don't think anything should stop you. Yes, I'm not going to be naive, guys, to say, oh my gosh, there's no COVID going on, or there's no Brexit going on, or there's nothing like that. Yes, these things are all happening around us, for real, and we can't ignore it, whether we like it or not. However, one of the things that I would really say is that despite all that what's going on in the world, these stuff cannot really, like, it's not your destiny, so to speak. There are so many people, like if we look back on 2020, so many people still made their dreams a reality. You know, you saw so many people coming out with new videos, new ideas, new businesses, new ways of living. So despite the pandemic, actually, sorry guys, I had to pause, I heard a siren. So besides the pandemic and besides, you know, Brexit and just everything else that's happening and all the scaremongering, or just there's so much happening. But what I'm trying to say is these rules, these regulations, yes, they are here for a time. And I do want to stress, by God's grace, it is for a time. One of the things I think is so important is start thinking about, where do I want to be? What do I want my life to look like? Even post, you know, this crisis that we're all kind of living in at the moment. So if we go back to mindset, you always hear, you know, people who are successful, they're quite resilient, they write down their goals, they hang around positive people. And I think all these different things really feed into your mindset, okay? So what I've been trying to do lately is really think about, you know, where do I want to be? I've actually started to kind of realign my goals as well. So I've put my goals in 1 month. So where do I want to, what do I want to see within 1 month? Then I've kind of put them down in, okay, what do I want to see in 3 months time, then 6 months time, then 9 months time, then 12 months time. Because I feel when you break it down, you kind of crystallize your thinking a lot more and start making more achievable goals, rather than just saying, oh, I want to do X by, you know, December 2021, for example. So this has really helped with my mindset and really helped me to stay focused despite what's going on around us. Another thing is, guys, you got to really think about, who are you surrounding yourself with? It's not easy during, you know, the times that we're living in and everyone's in lockdown, and, you know, we want company, we want to be surrounded by people. But I think it's really important as well to kind of like limit the conversations with people who are like negative Nancy's, always have something negative to say, or people who don't encourage your dreams. Right now, I think it's so important to get surrounded by people who encourage you, get surrounded by people who are actually like trying to do things with their lives as well, get surrounded by people who are thinking of solutions rather than the problem. Yeah. And even if you don't know anyone like in your immediate vicinity, because it's not easy to kind of go outside right now, I would say even like watching videos of people you admire. I do that quite often. I might watch videos of people I admire or follow them on Instagram, or just make sure that I'm really consuming like positive content, if you see where I'm going. So I think that's a really important thing with mindset. And another thing that I think is so important to really just keep in mind to keep your thoughts positive and really focus in a way you want to be is a gratitude journal. I love my gratitude journal. I've kept one for years, and each year I have a journal and I write down at least like 10 things I'm grateful for. In the beginning it was super hard because I was like, I guess I'm grateful for this, or I guess I'm grateful for that. But now my pen is really like, yep. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm grateful I got a job today, or I'm grateful that I don't know what people, there's so many things people are grateful for, but it could be even the smallest things, the smallest things like, oh, I'm so grateful I have a roof over my head. I'm so grateful that, I have someone to speak to if I feel down. I'm so grateful that I have food in my fridge. I'm so grateful that, I'm even running. I'm so grateful that I have eyes to watch this video. I'm so grateful that I'm even grateful for my mind that's thinking about doing things that are good in the world rather than bad things. You see what I mean? So I think the more that you start writing things that you're grateful for, the more you start changing your mindset, and the more you start thinking of possibilities and start thinking of what you could do rather than what you can't do. Do you see where I'm going with this? So one of my biggest I shouldn't say biggest, one of my most favourite quotes, I think it's by Will Smith, it might not be, well, I heard him say it anyway, and he was basically saying those who can and those who can't are both right. So people who say they can do stuff, they can make stuff happen, they're gonna do this, they can and they will, because they have it in their mindset that nothing's gonna stop them, nothing and no one's gonna stop them. But then those who say they can't, oh, I can't do this because of that, I can't do this because they can't, because their mind is telling them every single reason under the sun why they can't make things happen. Okay, so I guess with today's video I just really wanted to encourage you all to just think about what you're thinking about, surround yourself with the right kind of people. Despite all that's going on, still continue to dream big. Oh, I wish I could show you, oh, it's on my phone and my phone is somewhere. I wish I could show you like my vision board. I recently updated it because I'm like, okay, I love to travel, and of course we know there's so many travel restrictions, we can't really go anywhere, but there is going to be a time where we can get on a plane and go wherever we want to. There's going to be a time. It might not be this year, it could be next year, it could be the year after, but there will be a time. So with that, I'm keeping that in my thoughts, I'm putting that on my vision board because I still want to travel, and it's getting me excited. Like, there's going to be a time where I can get back on a plane and put my feet in the sand and be in the sun, things like that. So even just keep hope alive by updating your vision board. What do you want to see happen in 2021? What is it that didn't happen last year that you think can make happen this year? Guys, keep dreaming, keep believing. I always say these governments, they can't hold your destiny. And they can't hold your destiny. So keep on moving forward, keep on thinking the best, because when you think the best, your actions will start to align with that as well. So I hope this was super helpful for you guys. Please do share with anyone who you feel just needs a little bit of a pick-me-up, especially in the times that we're living in. And honestly, last year there were some things, obviously with the lockdown, I thought, oh, what can I do? But at the end of 2020, I looked at my kind of list of the things I wanted to achieve, and quite a lot of things happened, because I was like, do you know what, despite all this, I can still make things happen. I can still make things happen. Not everything happened, and that's fair enough, but what I could control, I controlled. Do you see what I mean? And I was so grateful that I was able to see some of my dreams, come to pass in 2020. And I'm also hoping the same for 2021. And I believe the same for all of you guys watching this video. So vision board, surround yourself with the right people, make sure you're, surrounding yourself and consuming positive content as well. Don't allow the things that's happening in this world to also scare you. don't live in fear. Me and my close friends, we always have this saying, it's faith over fear. Do not live in fear, okay? And just continue to renew your mind, think about the good, and be expectant for the good to happen for you. So I hope this video really inspired you. I hope it pumped you up, and I hope it's going to get you thinking about what you're thinking about, because mindset is totally everything. So until next time, guys, and don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff, and share it with a friend so that we can build our community of people who want to make sure they're living their best lives. Until next time, guys, bye.